frankly, a little bit to our surprise, this PMA is actually turning out to be a pretty exciting one. There's a lot of new products and some really unusual twists. I'm here with Mark Weir from Sony, who's a senior technical and marketing manager for them, and he's going to tell us about their long zoom camera with a twist. So Mark, what have you got to tell us?
Thanks, Dave. We have the Sony Cybershot DSC HX1 here. This is our latest in our series of Cybershot high zoom cameras. Features a 20x zoom lens, 9 megapixels resolution, nice grip, 3-inch LCD which articulates so you can shoot from high and low angles. However, it has a lot of new features which have been made possible by its Beyond's processor and its CMOS image sensor. This is one of our very, very first Cybershots that use a CMOS image sensor. Obviously, CMOS has been around in digital SLRs for several years now, but it's really quite new to the compact camera scene. We're really happy to introduce HX1 with this sensor. Up until now, CMOS has really been used to realize high shooting speeds. And as you can imagine, HX1 can shoot with very high frame rate as well. Indeed, it can shoot at 10 frames per second at full resolution with a mechanical shutter. This is one of the very, very first digital cameras to do that. Certainly the first in the compact camera area. So we're very proud of HX1's shooting speed. Second characteristic of the camera, which is pretty unique, is its high definition movie capture. If you can shoot very high frame rates, you can also shoot 1080p high definition movies. And of course, HX1 can do that with stereo recording as well. Move on to two other features which are really quite innovative and we're very proud of. The first one is an all-new approach to low light shooting. Up until now, when we shoot in available light or low light, been challenged with either raising sensitivity by increasing ISO and then suffering a penalty in noise, or using very wide aperture lenses. Both have been very difficult propositions. So what we've done with the HX1 is taken a new approach. What if you could capture multiple frames, individual separate pictures, very, very rapidly, and then combine them in the camera? And we do that in two shooting modes, anti-blur and twilight handheld. Basically, the camera shoots 6 separate frames very, very rapidly. And because it's using the data from 6 separate frames, it can use a higher shutter speed than it would normally have to, or lower ISO than it would normally have to, and it can assemble the images into a resultant image that you really couldn't take any other way. So this new feature, which comes from both the processor and the imager, is really very exciting. And then another very exciting feature, which is really, really easy to use and really changes your photography, is what we call sweep panorama. Panorama shooting's been around for a while. You know how it's done. Camera prompts you to take a picture, then move the camera, take another picture, move the camera, take another picture. You gather all those pictures in your PC and use a stitching program to stitch them all together. That's pretty cumbersome, takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. Why not put it all in the camera? With the HX1's sweep panorama feature, you can literally select the mode, release the shutter, and sweep the camera through an arc. Camera will capture as many frames as it needs to cover that arc, up to 100 frames, and it will assemble in the camera almost immediately a wide panorama shot that you can select to be 110 degrees of wide angle or a phenomenal 220 degrees of wide angle.
Great, and this camera is available when and for how much?
It's going to be introduced this spring, and it's going to be positioned at $499.